2, 1, begin. Make sure you turn off the harm sphere on that little side stream there. Oh, Chris just fucks off immediately.
He's got places to be.
Yeah, that way.
Surrender.
There's the somewhat infamous Ares overpen, where what's supposed to happen when you kill a shield is that it'll take the round as a last hit. Sometimes Ares just ignores that. I've tried really hard to figure that one out, but whatever. It works. Sometimes Ares will do a little bit more damage, but it's still only doing its listed damage total. Not the end of the world.
I think it's pretty well suited to the name Ares, known god of not exactly going to plan.
Is that what Ares is the god of? Not going to plan?
Well, if you ask Zeus, yeah.
I'll call him the patron saint of StarCore then.
And Chris parking themselves in the top cap zone. Looking to capture that as CRS slowly pushes towards the center and bottom zones.
Tumor is ballin'. Ken getting hosed down by the Hydras from Enderoth. Those are shield pen weapons. You can block them with 4 closed shunts or 3. I forget. Whatever 50% works out to be. Dimitri getting cozy with a rock. Letting Enderoth do the heavy lifting of Ken into the trash. Ken is running scared.
Dimitri and Shorsh meeting in the middle, or the first of the brawls.
Looks like Dimitri takes an area shot first up.
No. Tumor coming in slowly behind. Lots of damage drilling into Shorsh. His shields are already dropping significantly. Almost out.
Enderoth getting missiled in the background by Chris and Ken at the same time.
Oh no.
His shunts are very open, and he is returning fire into Chris, ignoring Ken.
It looks like several hits to Chris with Tartarus. Definitely a couple of holes opened up.
Oh, yeah. That's a very light grid, and, his main cockpit can now see space. That was a good trade for CRS.
Yep. Enderoth now going toe-to-toe with Ken as Chris floats off in the distance. Touching the damage sphere just about here, probably trying to repair. Dimitri and Tumor still just pounding into Shorsh, whose shields have been down for a moment, and the front of him is looking very beaten in. It's a lot of armor to go through, but it is getting eroded.
This is the team's punching bag. Working as intended so far as Dimitri and Tumor chew on him. Oh.
Zero coming to back up Enderoth and put some fire, what he can get, into Ken, although it looks like he's now out of range. Oh, he's blinking forward. Putting shots onto Ken.
It's kind of hard to tell what MCE's plan is, but it looks like they're going 2 and 2. Chris going to the lower zone. He is very damaged and in that light ship. All right.
Shorsh is holding in there. He's rolling to keep the best part of his armor, getting eroded, spreading that damage out, but his internals are starting to show in several places. Oh, and it looks like a huge amount of his weight is those SRBs, and it's not armor, so that might be
Really?
could have been a mistake, really.
Oh, Enderoth getting tagged in the side by White Squall with those hunters. Enderoth still chasing down Ken, who has become extra crispy. Zero also feeding some fire into him. He's attempting to protect him. Some of these heavy battery shots actually landing now.
looks like something's going on inside that interior sphere. We got a 2v1 on the name I cannot.
Shorsh.
That's where I probably spelled
Can you not read it because it's blurry?
it. No, I couldn't read it because I couldn't read it. Don't worry about it. It's all
All
good.
right.
We're all good.
Dimitri launching LRMs directly into the side of Shorsh, who, well, yeah. Those works good. Kind of hard to mess up an alpha strike of missiles on a big armor brick like this. This is effectively like a testing wall at this point. Go check out, see what the boys are doing. Got Enderoth with Chris now.
Where is White Squall?
White Squall has been sniping the whole time, as far as I'm aware.
I see.
Thank you for the sub tips.
I see him.
I like his little fake bridge up top. That's fun.
Yep. White Squall, Chris, and
Oh, Shorsh has gone red.
yeah. That's what I thought was going to happen. Shorsh was getting eroded pretty badly. It looks like Dimitri is going to go join the fray over near Enderoth. And Tumor is probably going to leisurely hold the center. Possibly go for some cap zones. Enderoth down to 72%. He is taking some decent damage.
Really? Another substance.
Can you hear me?
Chris is running scared. Yeah, we
Yep,
can hear you.
Enderoth has got some pretty big holes open in the bottom, but it does look like he's in decent condition so far.
Chris is definitely not. Still being eroded by that Hydra.
Yep.
Definitely a bad match. Ken and Chris against Enderoth, who appears to be dedicated anti-fast mover. Although
What
he
is
has
the
taken
tactical
damage.
advantage of sitting in the back of the map with a 10 million grid?
Well, you get to shoot
you-
the enemy.
You lose faster. That's the advantage. I mean, what?
Oh, Chris has also gone red now. MC down to 694. Yeah,
Nice.
he's finally been. I think he actually bumped up against the border and fell apart.
Oopsie.
Enderoth now trying to do something about Ken. CRS definitely in a far better position. All four players still flying. Enderoth going to be the first to go if any of them do. Ken is doing good work, but after he kills Enderoth, if he does, not sure if MCE can actually kill the rest of CRS.
No, there's not enough firepower between the remaining two ships.
Thank you
Not
for the
even
sub.
completely convinced that Ken is going to win this fight against Enderoth's mostly torps.
Certainly not if he passes by Zero, who's gonna take advantage of the situation and continue to pump full cannons into Ken. His Apes is trying. It's not quite enough with just an Apes and a Heimdall to bring down those coil cannons reliably. Keep in mind that we might be seeing some ghost rounds here and there. That one wasn't. That one definitely wasn't. He's gonna bounce right into the harm zone. Let's pull the visual for that up. He's trying to stay off of it, but he is being just pushed backwards constantly. His afterburner is still attached. Don't know if it's overheated. I don't think it is. Although he might be worried that if he uses it, he might break apart. Oh, he's starting to break apart now. Crunch.
Oh, there goes the afterburner. Graphics card is toast.
I think Ken is now going to be pinned in the damage zone by the coil cannon fire.
Apparently Ken cannot see the zones. He did pretty good. We're not seeing the zones.
Yeah, well, now Zero is just gonna beat him.
Hmm. I need like a fallback GPS or something.
I think his client didn't pick up the theme,
The
so they didn't
start.
update. Yeah.
I don't think he's capping any zones anytime soon.
Apparently, Big Rig could not see any of the zones change color either.
I was seeing them.
That is disturbing. Might be delayed. Yeah. Well, at the very least, everything else is working mostly fine. And I believe the top HUD still describes Max now being executed at the end of the match here. Or this was White Squall.
We have 8 minutes to watch remote sandpaper.
Well, for some reason, my performance this match was great after I added your side stream and restarted.
Amazing. Maybe side streaming is like, you know, an invincible subgrid for spectator mode.
I'm not even gonna get into why that makes no sense. But it seems to be the case, so.
And Max has been rented out.
Yeah, Max is out, so it's just Ken.
Ooh. Ken, who is super crispy with 30 meganewtons of thrust left.
Well, considering one of them couldn't see the zones changing color and the other one had a cooked graphics card, I think MC did pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd give him that.
What happened to Chris's graphics card?
He said it was
He said it
toast.
crispy.
Rip.
According to Zero, apparently some asteroids are just apparating within the center of the zone. So
Interesting. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on it. That's probably GG then. Yeah. If Ken's
Yeah.
GG, that's, yeah.
Is at 8%.
CRS victory.
There's barely anything enough left to be on fire.
So definitely not a skill
The
issue. No
fires
Preston.
are out because there's nothing left to be.